she's like, okay, we're here to break your water. And hindsight, I had been talking to my sister-in-law who had her daughter the previous, or 2 years prior, whatever. And she had said that labor was going super well for her and like she was able to handle the contractions. She was able to keep going until they broke her water. And she said that contractions were just 10 times worse. So I said, oh, do we have to break my water? Let me mind you, I'm a first-time mom, okay? My doctor straight up said, and it's in the morning, so I don't know why she like had this attitude, but she straight up said to me, you agreed to an induction, right? I kid you not. I started to get choked up.
This is an example of a bully doctor. And the reason why a lot of us think that we're doing something wrong because, oh, wait a minute, now you're going to emotionally manipulate somebody and say, why are you asking all the questions now? You agreed to all this. Bad form, doc. But first, foundationally, I want to go back to red flags in her story in the very beginning of her video.
With this, because I was induced, they had suspected that I had developed gestational diabetes late in my pregnancy, so they induced me because my baby was a little bit on the bigger side, and so I go in for the...
Did you catch that? They had suspected gestational diabetes. Was there education on did you have gestational diabetes and what that meant for a bigger baby? Because gestational diabetes doesn't always mean bigger baby, and bigger baby doesn't always mean gestational diabetes. Did you or did you not need to be induced because you had gestational diabetes? And was there any evidence talked about ultrasound being unreliable and maybe a little bit bigger of a baby might not be a big deal? And nobody can suspect how big your baby is. But no, she, like so many of us, are just taking this information. Here's what you have. This is what you have. And this is what we're going to do. Called a red flag of dictatorship. And then once she starts standing up and saying, why are we breaking water? Or I'm not really sure I want to have water broken. Then Doc's true colors start coming out. And it's like, well, you decided this. You're the one that wanted this. What an abusive line. Kind of like you married me so I can treat you any way I want. I'm going to tag her and I want you to watch her entire video. Because she talks about advocating for yourself. But y'all start advocating way before you get into labor. Keep your power in the process.